Welcome to Our State on a Plate. Each week we bring you the very best of where our food comes from and how it gets onto your plates. Taking you to the best restaurants, farm gates, wineries, farmers markets and providing the essential guide to sourcing the best produce from the West. On today's show, Pete Manifest heads to the Perth Hills to visit the state's best farmers market. Seafood lovers, listen up. We head offshores to Perth's Rottnest Island for the ultimate WA rock lobster experience. And join Russell in the kitchen cooking his favourite breakfast creation.
In the last few years, things have really come full circle, shying away from big supermarket offerings and getting back to local farmers markets. Local fresh produce, it's where it's at. Let's go check it out. Every Sunday, up in the Perth Hills, the Kalamunda Farmers Market pops up right in the centre of town, showcasing the growers and their fresh produce. With my background as a chef, I know the difference freshness makes when it comes to sourcing great food. And that's what these markets are all about, connecting the growers directly to their customers so the produce on offer is farm fresh. Not only does it taste better, it also retains more of its nutritional value closer to harvest. So Jeff, how long have you been coming to farmers markets for?
About 10 years now. We really like coming down to the farmers markets because it enables us to bring our fruit fresh from the trees and straight to consumer. It also means that we can get feedback from our customers.
These apples have got some little marks and they're not so perfect, but I'm sure they're still good.
Well, now we're an organic producer, so we don't use any sprays or any chemicals at all. So this is an early pick, so it's before they're fully coloured up, but we have people come through the orchard to pick their own apples. This apple is perfectly good to eat, it's fresh, and it's nice to eat.
Oh, let me check that out, all right? Oh, yum. So Helen, I've had your product before, it's amazing. How did you get into this?
Firstly, making chilli pickle for my family, and it just grew from there.
And I suppose it's a great way to utilise fruit and vegetables all year round.
Yes, you can have fresh product made into pickles and jams and use it all year.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I might have a bit of a try, I think. So.
Okay, that's the onion jam.
Yeah, I can imagine that, some little truffled fries with it.
It's delicious on a steak or with bangers and mash. Also, the zucchini pickle's quite delicious.
Try that one as well. Yeah, this is the one I normally like to buy.
I know.
It'd be great in like a Reuben or a ham sandwich, toasted.
Also delicious with a poached egg on top.
Like breakfast would be perfect.
Yes.
Morris, there's a misconception out there that avocados are expensive.
Not here and not today.
Yeah, I can see, $1 each and $2 each. I mean,
Yes.
Makes it quite cost effective, doesn't it?
Yes, so I'm not going through a wholesaler or a retailer. I grow them and I sell them straight to my customers.
So you know what I'm going to do with these? I'm actually going to slice them up and put them on fresh toast and have just avocado on toast. They look good enough, too good for guacamole.
Excellent. All right.
Fresh, handmade guzlama just for you, Pete.
Thanks, man. That looks bloody awesome. So there you go. We can get down to the Kalamunda Farmers Market every Sunday between 8 and 12. You can buy a plant, get your knife sharpened, or even finish off with a cheeky cider.
Dr. Shai is a PhD qualified Australian nutrition scientist and an industry consultant. Everything from paddock to plate fascinates her. And this series, she shares her food fact versus fiction tips.
We grow some of the world's safest and highest quality fruits in Australia. Yet, 50% of Aussies are not meeting the basic recommendation to eat fruit every day. And then you have sugar-free diets advising people to cut out or restrict fruit. Can anyone get fat by eating too much fruit? The short and long answer is no. Whole fruit has got two beneficial features. One is fiber, another one is water. It keeps you full longer. It's a natural portion control. Try eating 5 bliss balls. Try eating 5 of these apples. You tell me. Fruit does contain sugar, it's fructose, but fear not, it's a very slow absorbing sugar because it's the way it is packaged in a whole fruit. It's very different to a quick sugar hit that you would get from a candy bar. Try eating at least 2 pieces of fruit every day. It could be a banana, or it could be an apple, or it could be an orange, or it could be a cup of grapes, or 2 smaller fruits such as plums or apricots. We need to take a whole food view here. Fruit isn't just sugar. Fruit has got vitamins, fruit has got minerals, and fruit has got some important antioxidants.
I'm feeling pretty exhilarated today. I'm heading up into the Perth Hills in this fantastic Mustang. There are some real hidden foodie gems if you're keen for a road trip. Let's go explore. Situated only 35 minutes from the Perth CBD, nestled in the Perth Hills is the Core Cider House. As soon as you arrive, you'll see their orchards. These apple trees have been growing for 4 generations. I can't wait to get in there and see what they have on offer. Apart from the great views, Core Cider produces craft ciders in-house. This place is massive. How big is it?
It's definitely bigger than my backyard. 20 acres, 8,000 trees. You know, so we've got a lot in the orchard itself.
And is it only apples you grow?
No, we do have several varieties of apples, but we've got a couple of varieties of pears, a couple of varieties of plums. Doesn't end there though. We've got lemons, limes, grapefruits, oranges, avocados, quinces.
Surely all that fruit isn't just going to cider.
Our apples and our pears are mostly focused for the ciders, though we do use our lemons as well. Apart from that, the majority of the rest of the fruit goes straight to our kitchen, where basically we try to use as much of that straight from orchard to kitchen to plate.
Tell me a little bit more about the restaurant.
So the restaurant, we use as much fresh produce from the orchard itself. Whatever we can't use from the orchard, we source locally in the Bickley Valley Trail. And if we can't find it there, obviously we focus on WA.
I just love what you can do with fresh produce, direct from the farm. Everything starts with great produce, and that's where we're heading next. I'm here to catch up with Frank from Bickley Valley Fresh, a 3rd-generation fruit farmer who's been harvesting fresh in-season produce this morning. Look at this old girl. I bet she's hauled some fruit in her day.
Yeah, she's done a lot of work, the old Massey Ferguson. She's about 30 years old and she's a beauty.
Fantastic. What's in season right now, mate?
Well, mainly pink ladies, as you can see, Granny Smith and persimmons.
Do you grow the Fuyu style?
Yeah, mainly Fuyu. Yeah, they're a beautiful variety, nice and crunchy and sweet.
And they look great, don't they?
And they look great, especially when you shine them up.
Now, if I wanted to buy some of your fresh produce, can I buy it direct?
Yeah, you can. On Fridays, Saturdays, we've got a little shop open here.
Yeah.
And yeah, we pick it nice and fresh in the morning and sell it during the day.
And what about restaurants that are looking for really good, fresh, local produce? Do you supply direct to restaurants?
Yeah, we do. A lot of the vineyards and cafes around Kalamunda, they buy my produce because they know it's nice and fresh and it hasn't travelled too far.
Next stop's one of WA's smallest boutique grape-producing properties, Brookside Vineyard. Owners Peter and Faye Fells have a hands-on approach with their rustic cellar door and restaurant, the Vineyard Kitchen. Well, Peter, this is a little piece of paradise. I cannot believe I've never been here before.
Well, thanks, Stuart. I mean, we purchased this property now about 12 years ago. The property is over 100 years old. The plan was to end up putting in a restaurant and having something similar to the Provence region.
Tell me a little bit about the vineyard.
Well, the vineyard's been here. It was established in the early 80s. It's a very small vineyard, only 1 acre, and out of that we produce about 5 tonne of grapes. We only grow 2 varietals, Cabernet Sauvignon and Chardonnay. The rest of the varietals, we just purchase the grapes from our neighbours here in the region. So it's all hills fruit.
And I imagine it all ties in really well with some of this fantastic food.
We try and pair that up with our wine. So our food is modern Australian, Mediterranean style. So our Cabernet, which is very, very light style, very Pinot in style, and we pair that up with our duck.
Our last stop on our Perth Hills visit takes us to Carmel Cider Co, famous for their handcrafted apple and pear ciders. Andrew, what a sensational space.
Yeah, what we like to do is we convert the space into a pop-up bar a number of times during the course of the year. We do a number of specific events like the Harvest Festival. We do our own Apple Blossom Festival, which is really popular.
So I've heard some really good things about your ciders, but I really want you to tell me about this experimental range that you're producing.
So one of the main things we do is we do a method traditional cider, and we do a lot of different trials and experiments. One of the things we do is have a late picked apple, where we leave the fruit on the tree for longer to let the sugar go up and the acid go down. We do quite a lot of barrel ferments and extended time on lees.
One of the things that I'm really interested in is this guy here.
So we have an orchard-grown pear in a bottle of distilled cider spirit. So the spirit's at 43%. So you leave the pear in the bottle for about 3 months, and the flavour of the pear infuses into the spirit. Then once you've drunk all the spirit, you get a knife, you go up and chop the pear into little bits and shake it into your glass. And that's our new release. We're going to release that very shortly.
So how's that for a drive through the beautiful Perth Hills? All the places we've been to today are part of the Bickley Harvest Festival. It runs every year. For more information on anything you've seen today, check out our website.
One of the greatest cancer-fighting families of plants that you can get your hands on are these guys. Now, they're known as the brassica family. You might know them more as the cabbage family. And there's a whole bunch of different varieties that you need to be planting now because they love the cooler growing conditions. Cabbage, broccoli, broccolini, the Asian-style veggies like mazuma, cauliflower, and this amazing plant, kale, are well known to reduce the risk of stomach and bowel cancers radically. And the more you eat, the better off you are. Kale is believed to be one of the highest sources of antioxidants that you can get. And just 3 leaves in your diet daily is said to decrease the risk of some of these cancers by up to 90%. It's easy to do. Look for the collection of Swan Valley herbs and veggies in your local garden centre and plant them in free-draining soil in a bright, sunny position in your garden. Or buy them fresh weekly at your local farmers market or supermarket. The thing is, it's got something to do with the phytochemicals in kale that makes it so good for us. It quite literally stimulates the blood flow in our stomach and bowel and makes it work so much better. Now, if you're not sure how to use it, well, it's great in stir fries, it's fabulous in soups, and it can be used in salads when the leaves are small like this. And the funny thing about kale is it is so good for you, but you need to make sure that you have at least 40 grams. That's a good handful in your diet each day to have the positive effect.
Our State on a Plate showcases the best food from the West. And if there's any information you'd like from today's show, simply visit our website. You can view all the stories again, download recipes, enter competitions, and find out all the info of restaurants featured in the show. It's your ultimate food guide for WA.
We're certainly blessed here in WA, with thousands of kilometres of pristine coastline and clean waters holding an abundance of great seafood. Today I'm visiting Perth's favourite island getaway, Rottnest Island, for a food experience seafood lovers must try. The Wild Seafood Experience is a 3-hour ocean-to-plate cruise departing from Thompsons Bay on board the Crusader 3 on the hunt for our very own WA rock lobster. So Mary, cracking day. I mean, fantastic place to be working. Tell me about your tour.
Oh, well, the Wild Seafood Experience is it's like a real seafood, foodie, hands-on experience. So we're actually, WA locals. I live here, my husband lives here. We're very passionate about our seafood here. My husband's dad used to be a crayfisherman up on Wedge Island, so he really is very all about the ocean. So what we do is we go out from Thompson Bay on Rottnest. We go about 1.5 miles offshore. There's loads of reef all around Rottnest, so very close to the shore. So we don't have to go too far. We pull up 6 lobster pots, and we always catch lobster because Roddo's amazing for lobster fishing.
Now, this is what I've been waiting for. It's not every day you get a chance to pull up a cray pot out of the waters of Rottnest Island, and if you're lucky, it's holding some of our prized catch. Have a look at this guy, just out of the water, ready for lunch. Is there any spot better than this? We're sport rotten here in WA.
And then what we do is when we've got our catch, we go back inshore to a lovely tranquil bay like Parakeet Bay on the northeast side of the island. And that's where we start to cook up the seafood banquet. So we start with Mandurah blue swimmer crabs. A local fisherman catches fresh for us in the Mandurah estuary. We have oyster, we have West Coast octopus marinated, we have salmon, and we have Shark Bay prawns. And they're all served up in the first course. So it's just really fresh local produce. And because we've got a small kitchen here, we can't go too fancy, so it's just got to be fresh, local, and you rely on just the great quality of the ingredients. So the second course is sea mullet, and we get that from Mandurah, and it's quite an underrated fish here in Western Australia. You probably know it, being a seafood chef yourself.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favourite fish. So.
Oh, glad to hear it. We're on similar wavelengths then. And it's a gorgeous fish when it's marinated in a teriyaki sauce, as we do it. It's a beautiful, fresh fillet, taco fillet. And then, of course, we go to the main course, the lobster.
King of the ocean.
We get these huge lobsters out of the ocean, and they're just cooked straight for the guests in front of their eyes. So if you want to, you can come down and have a go.
Sounds good to me. All right, guys, so for me, the perfect way to cook a lobster, obviously split it. If you want to clean out all the mustard, that's great. If not, it's okay because that's extra flavour. We're just going to lift our barbecue plate up and pop it down. I usually put it down shell side first, and I'll just pop a little bit of salt and pepper on it. Okay, and then I'm going to close the lid and bake it for about 6 minutes. And then right at the end, I'm going to flip it just to sear it, and then finish it off with some nice garlic butter. A delicious seafood banquet centred around a freshly cooked lobster from the day's catch, plus blue swimmer crabs, sashimi salmon, freshly shucked oysters, and a heap more. It's living like a king. As a chef, you don't get much better than this sweet Western rock lobster caught right here out of the Bay of Rottnest. Sustainable seafood at its best. Sink your teeth into an experience like this. For more info on this amazing tour, visit this website.
Spending time on social media? Chilling out in independent cafes? I bet you have come across turmeric latte, also known as golden milk. This has been such an interesting trend for me to witness, as I am someone from South Asia, the birthplace of turmeric milk. We call it haldi doodh or turmeric milk. According to traditional wisdom, it's a great immunity booster. Next time you catch a cold or sore throat, use that as a first line of defense. Science has shown turmeric contains an active ingredient called curcumin, and it's anti-inflammatory. But the challenge with curcumin is that it is poorly absorbed. So adding a pinch of pepper can boost the absorption of turmeric. And traditionally prepared turmeric milk will have that winning combination. So what's better, turmeric, plant, or pill? A study compared isolated curcumin with turmeric from which the curcumin was removed, and interestingly they found that the turmeric without curcumin was very effective. This shows turmeric has many more beneficial compounds, so we got to start looking beyond curcumin. Don't you think we should be in favor of getting it from its natural form?
Looking for food inspiration? Do you want to share your favourite WA food experiences, recipes and destinations with us and friends? Get access to behind-the-scenes photos and videos, competitions and a heap more. Join us on Facebook for the freshest food ideas in WA.
Farmers markets are popping up all over our city these days, and they're a great place to source the freshest ingredients. Earlier in the show, Pete Manifest took us to the Kalamunda Farmers Market and picked up some ripe heirloom tomatoes and some freshly baked bread for my favourite farmers market breakfast. Lots of farmers markets have fantastic bakers, and you will get texture and crunch and amazing flavour from buying good bread. Get them all oiled up, give a little bit of crust, and onto the grill. Now while that's cooking, let's get our tomatoes going. Farmers market heirloom tomatoes are picked when they're ripe. They're picked at the peak of their flavour. You do not get better flavour or colour than the tomatoes on this plate. I've given them a wash, and because they're at room temperature, they're going to capture the most flavour possible. Slice them up, you can wedge them like that, or even slice some large discs. Let's get some nice golden brown, crusty bits of bread. This is so simple. Some pieces of tomato, all different colours, you name it. We're really throwing this breakfast together. We're going to finish that with a little bit of goat cheese. I'm using a soft curd cheese on this dish because I've bought it at the local farmer's market. It's absolutely delectable, really delicate, not too strong, and it goes perfectly with heirloom tomatoes. If you don't like the flavour of goat cheese, even when it's a really good one, cut it with a little bit of Greek yogurt. Some seasoning on top, a little bit of salt and pepper. Don't be shy, the tomatoes love a little bit of seasoning. And then we're going to hit it with some herbs. Pick what's fresh in your garden. You can use parsley, basil, oregano, you name it, something that's light and delicate. This is from my garden, and of course, a blessing of extra virgin olive oil. And there you have my favourite farmer's market breakfast.
Next week, the team is back on the road, finding WA's best fresh produce and food from our local farmers markets, restaurants and primary producers. WA nutrition scientist Dr. Shai is back with her food fact versus fiction tips. Trevor Cochran shows that the food we eat can actually be medicine. And join Russell, Stewart and Pete for more mouth-watering stories. Next week right here on Channel 9, it's Our State on a Plate.